We're going to teach you how to play the Tree on the Hill minigame or perform the Tree on the Hill rite in the game Rites of Cthulhu from Quirky Engine Entertainment. Now, if you have questions about how to play this game, any of the mini games, you can, of course, reference the back of the Rites tablets, and there's a brief explanation of the rules. Or if there are questions that need to be answered further, you can hit the rule book, which is exhaustive and covers every contingency. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the turn order card. Number 1, the Grand Cultist deals 5 cards to each player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 2, after considering his or her cards, the Grand Cultist picks the rite to be performed. In this case, we're just going to do the Tree on the Hill. Then the Grand Cultist reveals the top artifact card and reads the rule. This is what we're playing for. The artifact card has a point value in the upper left and bottom left-hand corner. In this case, we're playing for the Camera Obscura worth 1 point at the end of the game. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. Okay, so that's what we're playing for. So we're going to slide that back off from the table, get rid of the artifacts deck and get rid of this. This game makes the table very messy, so you have to ensure that you have a really pretty clean playing surface. And the object of this game is to create trans-dimensional trees. The objective is to be the first cultist to have no cards in your hand. Sometimes you can go through the entire deck and there will still be all cultists with cards in their hand. If that happens, it's the cultist with the fewest cards after the last card is drawn. You create trans-dimensional trees by laying them, each one is worth 4 cards. You lay them back to back face up, and that's the trunk, and then you do the branches back to back on top. And all of the cards in the tree need to be a numeric run, which that isn't the case here. Colors don't matter, but each card needs to be in a numeric run, so that's what we're looking for. You can only play 1 card from your hand at a time unless you trigger what's called a double play. A double play can be triggered by either if you finish a tree of 4 cards, then you can start another tree, or if you play a card on a tree that is both sequential in number and the same color or cult as another card in the tree. And then you can play another card. You can play your second card from the double play to either start another tree or to play on an existing tree. And it is possible to trigger 2 double plays at the same time by finishing a tree with a card that has the same color and is numerically sequenced to another card on that tree. So let's go ahead and start. The Grand Cultist's privilege in this game is that he or she gets to go first, which is a tactical advantage because if you're looking for runs in your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and start a tree by placing the 11 of green. You don't redraw cards because the objective is to get rid of cards. Okay, so he's played the 12 of green. It's sequential to the 11 and the same color, green, so he triggered a double play. So he's starting another tree. He could have just as easily played that on this tree, his choice. So I'm playing this card here, which is the 10 of green, triggering another double play, both green, and there's an 11 on there. So I am going to also start another tree. Okay. Now, if you get to the point where you can't play, then you just draw a card. And then if you draw a card that you can use, you can immediately play it. I can play, though. Okay, I've finished. This tree is now done. So that triggers a double play, so I can start another tree. Now, this game can get really messy with trees all over the table. So at any point, if the table's too messy, you can clear away finished trees in order to make space for new trees. And for my double play, I'm actually going to play my last card, which is Nug. So I win the rite. And what were we playing for? We were playing for the Camera Obscura. So I get to take the Camera Obscura and put it in front of me for scoring at the end of the game. And that's how to play the Tree on the Hill.